Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a super Python tutorial, Python file operations. In this part, we will begin with file reading. Whether you are working with text files, logs, or even binary data, knowing how to read files is essential for any Python programmer. In this tutorial, we will cover 4 key methods: reading a file all at once, reading line by line, reading in binary mode, and reading chunk by chunk. By the end, you will have all the tools to handle files like a pro. Let's get started. Reading files in Python is essential for accessing external data such as configuration files, logs, or datasets, which enables dynamic and data-driven applications. Most of the applications today depend on small or large files, which are manipulated through the runtime. Python supports reading various file types like TXT, PDF, and JPEG, each requiring different handling methods depending on the file structure and encoding. Mastering file reading allows developers to automate workflows, extract insights, or manipulate content from a wide range of formats using Python's versatile libraries. So after this tutorial, you can work with different types of files and master it yourself. Most commonly used type of file is text files, which has TXT extension. They are very easy to read, manipulate, and very helpful in learning Python's file reading and writing functions. They are simple and widely used for storing readable data like logs, notes, or configuration settings. Python handles them easily using the built-in open function, which allows reading and writing line by line. Another file type is PDF. They are commonly used for documents that preserve formatting such as reports or forms. To extract text or metadata from PDFs, Python offers tools like PyPDF2 or PDF Plumber. They have their own unique encoding. You can't just read them straight. You have to master all its internal structure or use an external library. Another type here is JPEG or other image files. I want to mention it especially. They are widely used in Python. Libraries like Hilo or OpenCV enable you to open, analyze, or even modify image files. Each of these file types serves different purposes and requires specific handling techniques in Python. You can also think of other file types like Word documents or even video files. In order to open them in Python, we can use various specific functions. In Python, file reading modes determine how a file is accessed. Most common ones are as follows. The first one is R opens a file for reading. If the file doesn't exist, it raises an error so you cannot open it. Another one is RB, which means read binary, reads a file in binary mode. An example for images or PDFs, which are not text files. So if you are dealing with files other than text files, you can use this. The other one is R+, which means read and write, opens a file for both reading and writing. You can send these reading modes as parameters between double quotes, so it will recognize your command and behave according to that. Finally, let's see the general syntax for reading a file. So all you gotta do is use with. With here provides you a complete block. So inside this block, you don't have to deal with closing files after reading it. It automatically closes files and ensures the file is closed after you are done, preventing resource leaks or file corruption, eliminates the need to manually call file.close function, handles errors, in example file is not found, and improves readability. You should use open function and inside the parentheses provide the path of file on your computer and mode. After that, type as and variable name. So variable name is now the file object created by open due to as keyword here. After you type this, just use a proper indentation after with and create your code block to perform file operations. So everyone, let's start by with open. So with provides a resource management and efficient way to open files. As we mentioned before, open example.txt. Since they are in the same folder, we can do that. If they are in different, just type the full path, or you can use something like this. An example, folders double backslash. I use double backslash because it sometimes causes problems on Windows with normal slash. So here it will remain as example.txt as file. So what does that mean? File variable is our file object created by open. If you remember, its default mode was R, so read, but we can type it too. So let's type R. Just type content equals file.read. You can retrieve all the content here just using one function, and it's named as read. After that, you can of course print the content. As you can see, it prints hello world. So you might want to retrieve it line by line, and all you gotta do is for line in file, this is our file object and this is our temporary variable for the string in a line. Print line dot strip and just run it again. You can see it's still hello world. So it prints lines iteratively. And the best part here, since it's a string, you can remove trailing new lines using the strip function, or you can even split it or make changes. So if you type in example 2, you can see it prints only the third characters for each line. You can also do something like this. It says he, whoa. You can manipulate as you want. Now let's assume that you have an image like this. You want to read it, you have to use binary mode. So let's read it in binary mode. Let open. What was the name? Landscape.png. In binary mode as file. Content equals file.read and print content colon 50. So it will show only first 50 bytes. So here we open landscape.png in RB mode, where B stands for binary. The read method returns a bytes object instead of a string. So we are printing the first 50 bytes to keep the output manageable. Since we are not dealing with text, byte is meaningful here. If we run it, you can see the results. Can also see the special encoding of this file. All of this has a special meaning. The one which drives your attention should be this PNG. Sometimes you can find something like this while reading files. So you should work on internal structure of PNG files. This signature is crucial for programs to recognize and process PNG files correctly. So if you have a large file, you can also read it chunk by chunk. It's a great way to save memory. Instead of loading the entire file, we read a fixed number of characters at a time. Let's try it for our PNG image. So I will use while true chunk equals file.read. In example, first 5. If not chunk, it means end of file. So let's type end of file. Break, so it will break the while loop. Print format the string chunk. So if we do that, we can get various byte arrays with this size. So it's our chunk size. You can also define it in a global variable. In example, chunk size. You can use it later. So everyone, you have just mastered 4 ways to read files in Python, all at once, line by line, in binary mode and chunk by chunk. Plus, you learned why the with statement is your best friend for safe file handling. Now, go try these methods with your own files. Maybe count the lines in a text file or check the signature of a PNG. Drop a comment if you have any questions, and do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to support us. Thank you for watching.